Good morning, everybody, and welcome to At America, the U.S. Embassy's American Center, a place for you to explore, experience, and to express. First of all, my name is Hasna Rohani, and I'm one of the guests here in America, and I am ecstatic to welcome all of you to today's one of most awaited events here in America, IELTS Workshop Part 1 out of 2. But before we begin, let me ask you to our interactive quiz. And the question for today is, true or false, the primary purpose of IELTS is to measure knowledge of subjects other than language proficiency. You may type in your answer at any time during this session on our social media platforms. The lucky one who can guess the answer correctly will get a live shout out from us by the end of this event. Don't forget to do that because we would like to get everyone actively involved in this event. Other than that, don't forget to take pictures and take us on our social media platforms. And now, without any further ado, allow me to invite our Education USA advisor. Please give a warm welcome to May Latupono.
Thank you, Hasna. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for coming Saturday morning, and I'm so glad to see your excitement to be here. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm May, one of the Education USA advisor here at America. And Education USA is an advising network from U.S. Department of State, and we are in so many countries in the world, but in Indonesia, we have 6 centers, soon to be 8. So in Jakarta, if you guys want to talk to us as an advisor, or if you have a plan to study in the US, or like you're thinking about studying in the US, or you are currently applying to the United States, please feel free to talk to us. It's free of charge. We have 6 centers, as I said. We have 2 in Jakarta, 1 at the US Embassy, 1 in Aceh, Surabaya, Malang, and Makassar. So if you guys are interested to talk to us, please book a Calendly appointment. You can scan the barcode over there or go straight to the calendly.com/educationusa Indonesia and choose any available advisor based on your available time. So without further ado, I'm so excited too about today's event. We're talking about IELTS Workshop, and we'll please come to the stage, Kak Yun.
Good morning, everyone. I can hear you. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, my name is Uyun. I'm an account relationship manager from the British Council Indonesia Foundation. And thank you for coming all the way in this gloomy Saturday, I believe. So here with us, before we start, before I invite our facilitator, I'm going to give you a fun fact. Do you know the majority of Indonesian students have difficulties or challenge in achieving their writing score, their desired score? I hope everyone here today won't experience the same thing. So pull out your notes, your notebooks, take note as much as you can. And I won't make you wait any longer. Here with us, IELTS teacher trainer and language assessment consultant from British Council Indonesia Foundation, Grace Marcelina Pasaribu.
Thank you, Kak Uyun. Hi, everyone. Coffee yet? Oh, we have coffee chat, yeah? But don't go yet. Okay, right. Welcome to IELTS Workshop, Part 1 out of 2. If you follow At America's Instagram account, you know that today is going to be the, what skill? Writing, yeah? The most fun, isn't it? Yeah? Everyone's favorite, no? Okay, right. So before we start, as Kak Uyun said, language assessment consultant or IELTS expert, not really an expert, I'm still learning. But hopefully from today's session, there's something that you can take home and that you can apply so you nail that IELTS test, right? Okay, so let's see how much you know about IELTS itself. Okay. We've been talking about IELTS, and then I think somebody commented in Instagram accounts, like, why not TOEFL? TOEFL is more American, IELTS is more British. It doesn't go like that, yeah? It's a language assessment, yeah? So, we'll see some fun facts later, yeah? But then what is IELTS? What does IELTS stand for? Anybody knows? I want to take IELTS. What is IELTS? Anybody knows? Raise your hand. Come on. Yes, over there. Very good. Thank you. Yay. Don't say it IELTS, yeah? I still hear somebody said IELTS. I want to take the IELTS test. Right. Right. So the International English Language Testing System is proudly co-owned by British Council. Yeah, not just Indonesia. It's in the UK. IDB, IELTS Australia, and Cambridge Assessment English. Yeah. It is designed to assess your English language ability for those of you who want to study, work, or live where English is the language of communication. So it's not just in the UK, yeah, but also everywhere around the world, obviously. It is accepted by more than 11,000 institutions in more than 140 countries around the world, including the United States of America. Yeah, like if you're applying for a university in the USA, then have a look at the requirements. They might have IELTS. I think almost always. Yeah, so don't worry about it. Now, the 9-band scale is awarded as well as individual scores per subtest. So I'm just giving you an overview of what IELTS is in case you haven't had you don't know that much about IELTS or this is your first time taking IELTS. Now, the band scores range from 1 to 9. You, I guess most of, there's no laser pointer, yeah? Okay, normally for graduate students, they ask for a 6.0 overall. Masters depends on the major, between 6.5 to 7. Yeah, it's even harder if you're taking, let's say, medical studies, I guess, or engineering. Yeah, depends on the major. They usually ask for 7.0. Yeah, and then there's usually additional requirements, as in your speaking and writing skills shouldn't be below certain score. Yeah, usually 6.5 or 6.5 or 7.0, right? Okay. Now, the test results is valid for 2 years. So if you haven't got it this time, you can still use the same TRF or certificate or score until the 2026, let's say, if you take it this year. There is no passing or failing mark, but you should check with the institution how much you need to apply for. So today we're going to have a look at some exam techniques. I know it's, we can't really call it a workshop because basically we only have like 90 minutes today for task 1 and task 2. But I'm going to share with you some tips and techniques so you can avoid losing marks. Yeah, we have some, I'll say, I've been teaching IELTS myself for quite some time now. And it's quite common to see why Indonesian candidates, if I can say so, what's wrong with Indonesian candidates writing? I mean, like, have you actually ever had, we're talking about writing, yeah? Have you actually ever had a proper writing lesson in school? Yeah? Only in college. You're very lucky. I've never had any. Anyway, anyone else? I mean, like even in Indonesian language itself, have you ever had a proper writing lesson where you get feedback from the teacher, right? You need feedback, right? Like you need to know how much you have progressed, what you need to work on, what you're good at least the structure. So we're going to have a look at that today, yeah? Right, especially for writing task 2. That's the most exciting part, yes? Am I the only one who's excited? I love writing. You should too. Right, anyway. So it's a good idea to understand what is the examiner looking for, right? So basically the writing examiners are your, what's stopping you from getting that score, right? So what is the writing assessment criteria? Now we've got 4. The first one is task achievement. That's for task 1. This is the degree to which you have addressed the task. Yeah. If you know task 1, what task 1 is all about? Charts. Yeah. Okay. Have you covered all the key features? Have you described the trends? What are the changes? Have you got an overview? That's what is often missing, an overview, right? Task response is for task 2. How does it differ? It's more into, have you, let's say, task 2 is all about either comparative essay, descriptive essay, or both. Discussion, opinion, or both. First, it asks you to discuss something, and then it asks you to, let's say, present a solution to a problem. Yeah. So why is that the case? What other measures should the government do to solve this problem? Let's say, so two question task. We'll have a look at that. Next one up is coherence and cohesion. This is how well you organize or structured your essay. Is it easy to follow your ideas, or are do your ideas jump around? Like, you know, like, and then finally in the first paragraph, right? In conclusion in the third paragraph, and yet you still add more. For example, yeah. Okay, so how easy it is to follow your ideas. Next one up is obviously vocabulary. Everyone still needs to improve their vocabulary, even me. But don't just copy less common lexical items, we call it, or idioms. You know, something like my cup of tea. Yeah, you know, my cup of tea is something, what is it? What does it mean? Something you like, yeah? Like, for example, you can say reading is my cup of tea, yeah? But you can't really say making policies is the government's cup of tea. Okay, you want to show that you know some idioms or less common lexical items, but if you use them inappropriately, you still lose score there, right? Okay, now, hang on. I actually remember my slides, but you know, just in case. Next one up is grammatical range and accuracy. This is the degree to the variety or range of grammar and the accuracy with which you use it. Okay, do they make sense or not? Right. It's time maybe to review phrases, adjective phrase, adverb clause. What is that? I know it's been ages ago. You've been studying English since junior high, elementary school, right? So first grade until college. Elementary school, 6 years. Junior high, 3 years. 6 plus 3, 9. True, but that counts. Language exposure, yes? Okay, so senior high school, 3 years. 6 plus 3 plus 3. College, 4 years plus 4. He said 4. So 6 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. So how long have you been studying English? Yet you're still looking for courses, yes? What is wrong there? I'm not going to answer that. Okay, not your fault for sure. Yes? Okay. So it's a good idea to get this criteria, writing assessment criteria. You can look for download on the website, ielts.asia.org. Why do I have to mention this? Because let's say, what's your target score? Let's hear from what? 7 overall. Okay, anyone else? Anybody wants to get an 8? Oh yeah, only 2, okay. 5? Come on, aim higher. Oh, okay, you need 5, that's the requirement. Personal target? 9. Right, so after this workshop, if you aim for a 9, I would say it's impossible, yes? Only one meeting and then you get a 9, that's impossible. You won't get a 0 or 1 unless you don't attend the test, okay? So let's see somewhere in the middle, yeah? Now, but most students want to get a 7. So after you download this, highlight 7, okay? Now, I'm sorry, I cannot point at something because I don't think it's working. So you see the 4 criteria on top. We've got task achievement, you can see what you need to do to get a 7. Yeah. So make sure you cover the requirements of the task. If you're taking the academic module, make sure you present a clear overview of the main trends, differences, or stages. That is, if you get a map or diagram, yeah, or process. Make sure you also present and highlight the key features. Yeah, could be more fully extended, but there's an attempt slightly more detailed, yeah. And then for coherence and cohesion, remember this is the structure or organization of your essay. Make sure you logically organize your ideas and there's clear progression throughout, right? For the structure, this is quite similar to writing task 2, which we will have a look at that later. Make sure you also use a range of cohesive devices. Some under or overuse is still possible. For example, use do you know baso? Not the food. Okay, but, and, so, or. That's coordinate connectors. Cohesive devices, the basic ones. Yeah. So it's okay to keep using baso, but, and, so, or in your sentences, in your paragraphs, or in your essay. But it's a good idea to use something else. Let's say furthermore, moreover, nevertheless, instead of or, so can be replaced with therefore, thus, good. Hence, what else? However, yeah. On the other hand, on one hand, next paragraph on the other, and so on. Okay? So try to use a range of cohesive devices appropriately. Lexical resource, some flexibility and precision. You know the, let's say, task 1, you use, there's a slight increase. And then next one, you use increase slightly. Yeah? So that's flexibility in word form. So you don't just use increase, 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 increase. Decrease, decrease, decrease. There are other words. Yeah? Less common lexical items with some awareness of style and collocation. As I mentioned earlier, don't just use my cup of tea. Don't just copy everything you remember and then put it in your writing so it looks fancy, but don't make sense. Some occasional errors is still okay. Like academic writing, we don't use contractions. Like if you use I'm, I am. You don't use the apostrophe. Yeah, you don't write don't, D-O-N apostrophe T, but it's do not. Cannot is one word. Small things like that matters. Yeah. Fun. Okay. Grammatical range and accuracy. Again, variety of complex structures. Don't just use simple sentences, also complex phrases. I mentioned earlier, phrases. My father is standing there. My father, who is wearing a blue shirt, is standing there. That's more complex. It's an example, guys. You don't write like this in the IELTS writing test, yeah? Guys, you are so serious, man. Okay. Coffee? Okay. You can shorten it to my father wearing a blue shirt is standing there talking to a woman, a lady in red. Yeah. You can make it even longer, but we're not doing that. Anyway, so print a copy of the descriptors, highlight all the 4 criteria that you want to achieve, and then work your way to get it. Yeah. Now, just gonna go through. Yeah, sufficient length responses. Task achievement, writing task 1, you need to write at least 150 words. Yeah. If you're taking the, we have 2 types, but mostly it's computer delivered IELTS test now. If you're taking the CD IELTS, we call it, there's a word count feature, so you don't have to count the word one by one. Yes, it's down there. But don't worry, spell check is off. And there is no autocorrect, yes? Yeah, what are the most important parts will be details included and sufficient. Accuracy in data and details, no, they will check, yeah. You cannot just, let's just write 5% instead of 10, yeah. They will check, yeah. And make sure there's a clear overview of diagram. Why is overview always popping up? We'll have a look. Right. How many types of charts are there in writing task 1? Nah. You know the hot and cold game? You're freezing. Too far. No, it's not a lot. Yes? The types of chart, not the number of words. 2? Okay, that's warm. Yeah, you get the correct answer, it's hot. Yeah, okay. Anyone else want to try? How many types of chart in writing task 1? 3, no, warm. 4, getting hotter? Yes, that's 5, thank you. Okay, there are 5 types of charts. You might get one of these, but let's focus on these 4 first. So if you got either line graph, bar chart, tables, or pie chart, you might need to describe trends because they might have static, we have static and dynamic data. That is more than one period of time or years. Let's say 1990 and 2010. So you need to compare. But if it's static, it doesn't say the difference in time, as in only in one period of, sorry, let's say in 2010, that's it. You don't need to compare it with a different year. Are you with me? Hopefully you are. Okay, so when you get either of these 4, you need to describe the trends. There are only 3 types of trends. Can either increase, decrease, or remain. Okay? Remain can be remain steady throughout the years, remain the highest, or remain the lowest. Okay? I have some samples for you later so you know what I'm talking about. Right? For the last one, diagram, map, or process, let's say it's a map of Jakarta in 3 different years. Let's say 1910, 2010, and let's say 3010. Okay? So that's past, present, no. Could be past, present, and future, yeah? So what can you say about the trends? Let's say, quote unquote. What decreased in size? What increased in size? What remained the same? Okay? Yeah. For process, so usually there is no difference in time. There's no time period. Let's say how to make a plastic water bottle or recycled bottle. Basically, you need to describe how many stages there are and how easy or complex the process is. That's the overview. Okay? Now, I'm going to show you the charts one by one, but there's a text on the right side. You will see text on the right side. This is a bit of a reading practice, sentence completion. If you have taken the test or you are preparing for the IELTS test, you know what it's about. So I'm going to show you this chart. This is a sample of a line graph. You see that's from 2003 to 2012. So this is dynamic graph, yeah? You need to describe the trends. Overall, burglary, the first one, increase, decrease, or remain? Overall. What's the first thing that catches your eye? Okay, good, right. The first thing that pop up in your mind, don't go into detail, okay? Overall, what can you see? Increase, decrease, or remain? Lowest, steady, or highest? Decrease, yes, stick to that. Overall, it decreases, or decreased in the past. Car theft, the second one. Remain, increase, or decrease? Fluctuated. First point, last point. Overall. Remain at the same level. Remain steady at the second level. Remain at around 2,500 to 3,000, let's say. It remain in the middle. Okay? And last one, robbery. Remain the lowest, right? Yes, it gives, from the beginning to the end, it stays at the bottom. Yeah, okay. Now, so that's how you look for the overview. Okay, don't go into detail. In the first quarter, it increased, and then, no, don't look at the details yet at the beginning. So once you start your test, make sure you understand what the text is about. Okay, how many key features? Key features are the burglary, car theft, robbery, and then what's in the y-axis, what's in the x-axis. Number of incidents, make sure you know it's not 500,000. Okay, some candidates missed out the details as in the measurements. Yeah, some students or candidates even put square meter instead of volume. Metric. It's quite different, yeah? Right. Years. So don't go into details yet. We're heading there. Yeah. So, remember I said sentence completion, okay? Write no more than one word. You can discuss with someone sitting next to you. I need one word to complete the gaps. Yeah, what's in number one? Use the sentence to give you ideas. The answers are not taken from the chart. They're just for illustration. What do you think best describe, or what? Yes? Are you raising your hand? Fluctuate. Okay. Is it only fluctuate? Uh-huh. Something more general? No? Trends? No? Okay. What do we need there? Is it a noun, a verb, or a verb? Good, yes. Thank you. Fluctuate is a verb, but not quite fluctuate. Yeah? Anyone? Changes. Very good. Yes? So it's not just fluctuate, but how it changes, yeah, over time. Good job. And number two? I'm gonna moving over here. Yeah? 2 words, this one. That doesn't help. Oops. Yeah? Line graph? Adjective, noun. That was noun, adjective. No. Your answer is correct, but wrong order. Yes? Somebody said, lady, I hear a woman's voice. It's a graph line, yes. Yeah, just change the order. Not line graph, but the graph line. So the idea for a report in task 1, guys, is for the reader to read your report. They can visualize the line, the graph line, because they cannot see the picture or the chart. So when you practice at home, when you write your report, read it without looking at the chart. Do you get it or not? That's the trick, yeah? So read your own report. Can you visualize the graph line in your mind without looking at the chart? That's how people see, that's basically it's in the real academic life, right? People are reading your report. Yeah, what are you talking about? A goes up, B goes down, B fluctuates, C decrease. What? Doesn't make sense, yeah? So that's the thing. Understand the chart, okay? Find the most significant features, the trend, decrease, increase, right? And then explain how the data changes over time. Okay, let's move on. It's graph line, yeah? Next one is a sample of a bar chart. And here are the other two. Number 3 and 4, you can discuss with someone and raise your hand, give me number 3. Do you want a clue? Ding, ding, ding. Number 3? Who said numbers? Oh, sorry. Is that number 3? That this type of chart represents numbers which are objective. Okay, it's a bit too detailed. Not just numbers. Yes, very good. Thank you so much. Number 3 is data. Something that is objective and often involves measurement. So it's not just numbers. Numbers, percentages, right? Years and other criteria. Right? Number 4, you need to be able to do something with the information accurately using a range of different structure. What do you do? Explain, describe. Another synonym, start with I? Visualize? No. Interpret, yes. You need to illustrate the information accurately. Yes? Okay. So it's your job to write clearly. Okay. Next one up, tables. This is real, yeah? Amazing, isn't it? Yeah, we're not at the bottom in 2018, but still it's below 6. This is the overall of candidates. We had 300,000 candidates in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. Total, yeah, sort of. Okay, pre-pandemic. Anyway, just a sample, guys, but this is real data. Number 5 and 6, any taker? Score. Okay, so if we look, what's on the left side of the column? Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines. Countries, okay, and then we've got sections, yes. Starts with C. Type C, no. Competency, no. Close to criteria? Yes, well, thank you. Categories. Yeah, so what are the categories? Yeah, so when you describe your, when you write your report, make sure you mention the categories first before you go on into detail. Yeah, so it is divided based on the name of countries and the IELTS skills. Yes? So those are the categories. Then you go on into details. The countries are Indonesia, Philippines, Malaysia, and so on. While the IELTS skills discussed are listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Don't forget the overall also needs to be mentioned. Otherwise, you don't cover all key features. Yeah. Now, number 6. Very easy. No. To avoid repetition, you can use the word figure or figures and percentages. Thank you very much. Well done. Yes, number or numbers. So don't use number. A number of people, a number of people, a number of people. You can say the figure increased slightly, right? If it's percentages, you can replace it with number as well. Oh, sorry. Yeah, number or the figure. Okay. Substitution is under coherence and cohesion criterion. Yeah. Next one up, pie charts. What's interesting about this is you can get either just 2, 3, or can even 6 pie charts. Ooh. Okay. Let's go. Oh. Let's do this one first. What's the difference with pie chart? Remember one word. Haha, you fail reading test. Following instructions. No more than one word, guys. Okay. What is it? A part of a whole? Yes. Not quite. Right. This chart is another way of presenting information, but the segments are always something of a whole. Together, they represent 100%. Yes, you, of course, yeah. It's similar to segments, not quite. Yeah, yeah. But not that. Percentage, thank you very much. Yes, it's always in percentages, actually. Yeah. So that's what makes it different with the other charts. Yeah, with pie charts, it's always in percentages. Instead of saying, let's say, 37%, yeah, remember, you have to try as much as possible to rephrase, to use your own words. Instead of saying 37%, you can say 1/3, right? 25, a quarter, or 1/4, yes, okay. 80%, you can use 0.8, yeah, okay, 0.8, or you could say 0.8. Anything else? Don't get too stressed, guys. This is not math test. It's all language, yeah? Okay. So the point is, try to rephrase as much as possible, but don't overdo it, yeah? Like, as in, like, everything needs to be rephrased. No, yeah? Remember, it's accurate and it's appropriate, right? Okay. Last one. You must get the facts right, or you will lose score or marks, actually. Just marks, yeah? Oh, it's more into the task achievement, basically. Minor error in details, yeah? Okay, mark. And here is the diagram or process. Hydroelectric power station. How exciting is that? Yes, I have no idea what a power station is, yeah? Don't worry, everything you need to write that report is there. You don't have to have prior knowledge in it. Yeah, the same as your reading and listening tests as well, right? So everything you need is there. You just need to describe the... Yes. In other charts, it's the trends, yes. In this case, it's the process, yeah. So is it easy? Does it look easy or complex? Okay, yeah. Okay. So it can actually be easily, I'm sorry, I'm blocking the screen. So it can be easily divided into how many steps? 3. See, from the river, yeah, to the dam in high level reservoir, flow of water, power station, power lines, national grid, okay? There's day there. So it's divided into day and night, right? Day from the low level reservoir goes back up. Flow of water during pumping during the night goes back up to the high level reservoir. While intake, it's open during the day and it's closed during the night. Okay. When you start the test, don't, okay, I have this, and then start writing. Don't. Read it first. Especially things like this that you're not familiar with, yeah? Okay, understand what it's about. See how you can easily divide it into how many stages or groups, if you want to call it groups, and then look at the trends. Easy, complex, and then start writing, yeah? Okay, now here comes the last 2 of the gap fill practice. Yes, how something works is process. And last one? On words, yes, or on sentences. Good, right. It doesn't mean like, remember I said don't overdo it. It doesn't mean you have to change, let's say, day when the sun rises. It's not a synonym. Yeah, don't overdo it, okay? Yeah, but I want to rephrase day and night, okay? Next time, not here. Yes, I've read because I did. Yeah, when the sun rises on the east, in a writing task one is inappropriate when you say that. Yeah. Okay. Now let's. I'm just gonna give you an example of maps. This is a plan of a public park when it first opened in 1920. The one on the left, and Grange Park today. Yeah. When it says today, it means, of course, this year. So when you talk about the past, you know you use the past tenses. Now just simple can be anything, yes? Right? And for now, present. You can use present perfect. You can use simple present. Can you use present continuous? What is present continuous? We're not here for grammar, but something to think about. Okay? Right. You might also get a combination of any of those 5 charts. In this example, I have bar chart and table. Make sure you know how they are related. Yeah, what's the relation between the two? Export earnings to 2015, 2016. I know it's a bit darker, but the bar on the left is 2015, the one on the right, 2016. Categories, petroleum products, engineered goods. Here you can also see them. Oh, that shows the earnings in exact numbers. More than $60 billion, let's say. While here it shows the percentage changes. When you write your essay, you can either write all about the bar chart in the first paragraph, body paragraph, and all about this in the following paragraph. Or if you're a more advanced writer, you can find a way to link this. Put them in categories, let's say, remember the trends? So you put all the increased trends in one paragraph, all the decreasing trends in the next paragraph. Yeah. For example, which ones increased? Out of 5, how many increased? 4. So the majority, yes? Okay. So all increased except gems and jewelry. So you can discuss all the increased trends in one paragraph, and then gems and jewelry in the next paragraph. Makes your life easier, no? Hopefully, yes. Okay. So that's how you arrange the, the focus is more into to see how they are related. Yeah, what's the relation between the two? Because you need to mention that in your overview as well. Okay, right. Next one, let's practice. See, I'm the only one who's excited. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a couple of minutes to read the task and have a look at the bar chart. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Who has taken the IELTS test here? Yeah, 1, 2, anyone else? 3, 4? Yes, he has. Sorry, are you pointing twice? Yeah, okay. Sorry, thank you. Anyone else up there? No? Okay, right, 5, you have. Okay. Have you reached your target score? Yes? Okay. But you're still here. Good for you. Yes. Okay. Is anyone planning to take the IELTS test soon? You are. Yeah, next year. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, good. Are you taking any preparation classes or self-taught? Take classes. Okay, take classes. So yeah, let's focus on those of you who take classes. Uh, what can you take from this chart? What do you do? Yeah, from your class. I mean, you know something about task one already, right? What to do when you see this chart? What do you do? What do you get from this chart? Anybody want to share? There's no right or wrong answer here. Yeah, don't worry. I'm just curious. Yes.
So there are overall there are two similar patterns, which is bike and floor, and there are two distinctive patterns, which is which are bus, which were bus and car in 3 years at 1960, 1980, and 2000.
All right. Thank you. Anybody else, or somebody wants to add something? Yeah. You want to give it a try? Oh, there's a mic over there.
Test.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this is just about the data, right? So I think there are only two trends here. The first one is the fluctuative one, which is the 1960, and the rest, they increase. Wait. Oh, my mistake. So there are two fluctuative one, and the rest, they decrease. The 1980. Yeah, I think
So
that's it.
majority decrease.
The majority, they fluctuative.
Fluctuate,
Yeah.
okay.
And the rest is decreasing.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And thank you. Sorry, what's your name? Ripka. Ripka. Oh, okay. Right. You can have the mic. Yes.
Okay, so I wanna repeat my answer. I mean, overall, there are two patterns, which is bike and food are similar patterns, but on the other hand, there are two distinctive trends, which were bus and car.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So general perspective, more detailed, but which is good. Okay, you're going to the right direction. Thank you, guys. Don't worry, we still have other practices. Yeah. This is to assist those of you who haven't taken the test and not taking any classes. Yeah. That's why we're here. So when you see a chart like that, what will help you the most is to decode the topic, we call it, yeah? Find what, where, and when. Okay? What is the topic? Where is it? And when? That's the time period, yeah? So in this case, what is the topic? It's taken from the sentence in bold, right? Yes, different modes of transport used to travel to and from work. Okay, where is it? In one European city. Can you say in Europe? It's only one city, yes? Okay, be careful. So the idea of what, where, when is to help you write the very first sentence of your introductory paragraph. Okay? So you would always rephrase the chart illustrates. Don't use shows. You can use the chart illustrates, the chart describes, the chart Presents, very good. Explains, does it talk? Okay, shows, it's, we use show there. Yeah, that's right, we're looking for a synonym, yeah? Okay, and then go on to the what, the different modes of transport used to travel to and from work. You rephrase that. But later, stop there. Now, moving on, where, when, the next thing you need to find is the T. What Rivka and, sorry, what was your name again? Nico told us earlier? Yes, thank you very much, the trend. So we have four, yes? Four modes of transport. We have bus, car, bike, and foot. Yes, Nico said there's fluctuate. Rivka also says the bus, bike and foot, yeah, decrease, okay? Now, the most significant information for the overview, the majority shows a decrease, right? Only one increase, and bus, yeah, it goes up and then goes down at the end. Now, this is, let's say this is your note. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, that was for that. Sorry, guys. So that's the topic, the one in red, European city. Whoop. Okay. European city is the where, and the when is 1960 and 80 and 2000. That helps you to stick to past tenses. You need to use past tenses. Anyway, let's go back to here. So here, bus, fluctuate, yes? Increase and then decrease. While bike and foot decrease, and car increase throughout the years. So here you can write down like that. And car increase. So this note helps you to write the overview and also the organization of your essay. So first you might talk about bus first, and bike and foot, which shows a decrease in trend, and car, that shows increase in trend. I'll show you later, yeah? Okay. Right. Now, let's go back to the first paragraph. Remember I mentioned earlier, introductory paragraph, introduction, yeah, first sentence, you need to rephrase the topic, yes? Okay. Some of you, I think most of you have a paper and pencil and pen. Let's see. Okay. Let's see, let's make an introduction and overview too, yes? Okay, I'm gonna give you a couple of minutes, yeah? Anybody wants to read out already? Have you had your introduction? Anyone? This is the original, yeah? I want you to rephrase this sentence using your own words. How would you rephrase the introduction? The first sentence of the introduction. Don't be shy. Nope. The ones you need to rephrase will be the ones in red, green, and purple. Yeah, so that's the what, the where, and when. If anyone's ready, you can just raise your hand. Okay, Nico, let's hear Nico.
The bar chart describes how people commute to work. The data was taken from 1960, 1980, and 2000 in an European city.
Okay, all right. Is that one sentence, two sentences?
Two sentences.
Two sentences, right? Yeah. Okay, good. Yes, well done. Although I would recommend it is just one sentence. Yeah? It's just one sentence because it's the introduction. 4 sentences. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. As long as you cover it. But normally it's just 1 sentence. Okay. Anyone else want to try? Yes. What's your name? Ahmad.
Okay, I may try. The graph depicted differences in the utilization of transportation modes for people in a city of Europe region. And each data period is separated by a couple of decades, started from 1960 to 2000.
Okay. All right. Good try. Maybe I will skip it some parts. Yeah, decades probably not really necessary. Just go straight to the point. Yes. Okay. Good try.
Thank you.
Yes. Anyone else? Yes, please. Let's see one more, yeah?
This chart represents the information about the various modes of transportation in one European city that appeared in 1960, 1980, and 2000.
That's good. That's good, yeah? Not overdoing it, but it's good. It's a
Thank
rephrase.
you.
Well done. Okay, good job, guys. Get the idea, yeah? Okay, we have 3 different varieties, the 3 different styles. All good, yes? All good. But the point is you get how it should be rephrased, yeah? So don't just copy the whole thing because those words won't be counted towards your total word count. So if you copy the whole sentence, you miss 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 25 words. So if you happen to write exactly 150 words, minus 25. Yes? Okay. And it shows that you don't have enough range of vocabulary to expand your essay. Yeah? Okay. Now, this is just another sample of many possibilities. It's a possibility. Yeah, one of many possibilities. Okay. Okay. Now, next one up is the overview. So remember, we have these 3, bus, bike, foot, car. What could be the overview? Anybody wants to try? Overview is one of the most important part of your task achievement. If there is no overview, your task achievement score is maximum band 5. If there's an attempt of an overview, you could get a 6. But as long as it's accurate, yeah. If you attempted an overview, but it's inaccurate, yeah, still got a 5. Okay. Right, so sticking to the trends, yeah, bus, bike, foot, and car. Anybody wants to try? Remember the trends? Right. Yes, Ripka again.
Overall, from 4 categories of vehicles, there were three trends over the 4 decades, which were bus was fluctuate, bike and food were decreased and, sorry, I should repeat again. Overall, from 4 categories of vehicles, there were 3 trends over the 4 decades, which were bus are fluctuate and car have had increased patterns. On the other hand, bike and food were decreased pattern.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Ritka. Anyone else want to try? Overview. Someone sitting up there? No? Looks cozy up there. Yes. Yes. Can you tell us your name first before you read out your overview?
My name is Andrew. So how I would see it is that the data is divided into 2 categories. It revolves around the means of getting around work. This would be the utilization of a vehicle and a means of human capabilities to travel around work. We can see the fluctuation of the bus going from 1980, and it increases and then decreases while the car increases. Yet the means of getting around work through human capabilities are decreasing. Yeah. So
Okay. Thank you, Andrew. That's almost one report, yes? But that's good. Good choice of words. Well done. Okay. Yeah. Basically, what he said, yeah, and what Ribka said, extended version, Andrews. Yeah. Let's have a look at the sample overview. I wouldn't recommend you to rewrite the time period in the overview because overview is right after the introduction. Yes. Imagine like you just read it and then you read it again in the overview. Yeah, it sounds repetitive. Okay. So I wouldn't recommend you to write the time again. So you can say just over this period, but not exactly at the beginning. So overall, it appears that while the use of cars increased significantly, okay, over this period, the use of bicycle and traveling on foot steadily declined, while the use of buses fluctuated. What is more also important to note, in the overview, you need to present the key features. Remember the categories? Yeah. So it's like unless there are a lot of key features, as in like so many countries to compare in 3 or 5 different time period or years, then I would say you would need to have an additional sentence for that to introduce the different categories. But if it's only like 4 like this, you can just put them all together in one sentence. Yeah, overview, one sentence is fine. Yeah, so this is the difference with Indonesian writing, guys, or essays. In Indonesian way, you need to write as many words as possible, yes? The more pages you write, the better, yes? Although you will never see them again in your life. There's no feedback, I'm sorry, guys. But in English, you need to make sure that you write short to the point. So there's a reason why you put that sentence there, okay? Right, next is, this is a bit too easy for you guys, I'm sure. This is the sample answer of the whole essay, but they're jumbled, okay? I guess you know the first one is correct. That's the introduction. But paragraphs 2, 3, and 4, they're not in the right order. Too easy, yeah? Can you rearrange the paragraphs for me? What should come second, third, and last? Yes, Ahmad, want to try?
1, 4, 2, 3.
1, 4, 2, 3. Agree? Yes, I know this is too easy for you guys. Right. So, introduction, followed by overview, followed by, this was the majority, no? Decline, yes? All the decline trends when walking there. Oh, sorry, yes, on foot and by bike. And lastly is use of cars increased dramatically from just over 5% in 1960 to 23% in 1980, reaching almost 40% by 2000. So I just want to emphasize on the overview. Cars increased significantly, right? Use of bicycle and traveling on foot steadily declined. Buses fluctuated. So here you can see both traveling on foot and bike, they're together because they share the same trend. The structure is you present the main idea first, okay, the thesis statement, then go on into detail. You don't start with details when you extend your paragraph, right? Choice of words, plummeted, yeah. Drastic decline, so that's idioms, collocations, yeah, I would say. Less common lexical items, how you describe the trends. Decrease significantly or significant decrease, whichever forms you like, use them there. Traveled by foot, so you don't keep repeating foot, 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 on foot, on foot, on foot. You can say walking, right? Yeah. Bus. Can we replace it with a metro, taking a metro? We don't have those here. We don't have metros here. Unless you're very sure about certain terms, then use it. Yeah. What I mean is like, is metro a bus or a train? Some people are not familiar with that. So if you're really sure of what it means, you can use it. Okay. Right. So if you want to take a photo of it, go ahead. This is the complete essay of the paragraph. Right. That's the end of writing task 1. I think we can have questions before we move on task 2. Yes? Okay, let's have Q&A. Yes. All right. Please tell us your name first and then your question.
Hello, Miss. My name is Fairuz, and I just want to clarify the previous presentation that for the overview section that we don't need to mention any period. Meanwhile, we need to mention all the period like 2000 years, 1860 or something in the third and fourth paragraph only. Yeah. Yeah, so we don't need to put any years in the overview section or how? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Fairuz, yes? Okay, right. Yes, there is no pointer. Yeah, as I mentioned, that overview is right after the introduction. It actually can be either after the introduction or at the end. But here, the overview is basically your main idea, right? Because it describes the most significant information that actually forms or organize the following paragraphs. Yeah, what we will read next, basically. So after you put the time period there at at the end of your sentence, okay, of a period of 40 years from 1960 onwards, or 1960, 1980, and 2010, let's say, 2000, then you read it again there at the beginning of the next paragraph. It sounds repetitive. So just don't put it there. You don't really have to say it again there. Because we already know. You already read it, right? You already write it. You've written it at the first paragraph. You don't have to repeat it in the overview. You can do it like that. Over this period, it's fine. Yeah? Or for the period mentioned, you can say that. Yeah? Over the years, it's possible. But don't copy the years there at the beginning, especially. Yeah, just only for that. Yeah, because I think I forgot who mentioned it. Somebody said the year again. Yeah, so it sounded a bit repetitive. Only that, Virus. I hope that answers the question. Awesome. Thank you. Yes.
Do you lose points if you invent a fact? Because before, when I was analyzing the chart, I thought that one keyword that was important was a means of transportation to commute to work, but it didn't reappear in the three other sentences. And would that be an issue? Also, for example, if you would invent instead of one European city, and then you pick one European city like Paris, would that decrease your points as well? Because I thought that was one of important fact to carry on through the sentences, but that won't appear. Thank you.
Thank you. What's your name? Sorry.
Sheila.
Thank you, Sheila. So yes, I've actually been waiting for that question. Nobody actually paid attention to that. Well done. Yes, the missing keyword is actually commute to work. Does it say anything about going to and from work? Right. This sample answer is not a band 9. Yeah, this is not a band 9. Yeah, there are things that could be improved. There are things that are missing. Yeah, so this is a sample of, yeah, we'll say a medium. Yeah, in the middle range. Yeah, but the traveling to work is actually one of the most important, is also important. Yeah, the key features or the keywords. But then having a look at this essay, was it easy to follow? Yeah, can you visualize the chart? Yeah, oh, we have 4 things, 4 categories: bus, food, yes, bike, and cars, yes. Then you know the trends, yes. Okay, but although you missed out the work, yeah, you can still understand the essay. However, the missing keywords only affect your task achievement, the TA score. So each criterion has its own score. Let's say you miss out, only a few key features are mentioned. Let's say band 4 or 5. Can't really say it. Band 4, let's say. But organization and structure is good. Good range of cohesive devices. Let's say you can get a 7 for the coherence and cohesion. And then lexical resource, maybe around 6. 7. Grammar, 7. So that's 4 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 divided by 4. That's your overall writing score. Yeah. So if you missed out some key features, it only affects your task achievement score, not the whole essay score. Do you see what I mean?
But inventing over a fact won't decrease it. For example, a European city, and then I would replace it with a random European city.
Yeah, yeah.
Like by name.
Yeah.
And then I would say Paris.
Yeah.
Would that be a problem to the reviewers?
Yeah, they have
because
their
it's a minor point.
yeah. I think it's something that is not to be shared, but they have their own I wouldn't say judgment, assessment on this. They will be fair how much key features are missing and how much are wrong or correct. But the idea is to assess, to look at more positive features of your essay. Okay, so then I think they're not very nitpicky about things, yeah. But how significant the missing key features are, yeah. That only affects only task achievement. But it's just not fair. Like you say Paris, then they will give you a 4. But you have this amazing range of vocabulary and grammar, right? Okay, so it only affects one criterion.
So if I may resume what you say, what's most important is picking out the keywords, making it readable and understandable,
yeah.
And above all, the structure.
Yeah, so
making
coherence,
it
cohesion,
as simple as possible.
Vocabulary and grammar. Yes, all right. Thank you. Just one more before we move on. Yes, Nico.
Sometimes when I read the charts, I get confused. Most of the examples that I read, most of them, including this, you have to write 4 paragraphs. Yeah, it's acceptable, it's understandable if the trends are only 2, but sometimes I get confused in reading graphs. So sometimes I concluded, there are three trends here. So my question is it always two trends in every chart that is related with IELTS writing task 1? Always two trends. So that means trend 1, one paragraph, trend 2, one paragraph, and then the rest are just overall and introduction. I still remember my first IELTS, I did not know anything about this, so I wrote 5 paragraphs, and I was lucky. I got 7, fortunately. So is it always two trends, Miss?
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I think that's quite a long way to go back, but especially for the other 4, line, bar chart, yeah, pie charts, and yes, most of them, yeah, these 4 especially, they do describe trends. There's always something that changes. Okay, so you need to describe how data changes, yeah, basically. But you need to say, how does it change? Yeah, you need to describe the trends. Yeah, does it increase, decrease, or remain? And then you go on into detail. Is it a significant decrease or a gradual decrease, fluctuated wildly, or fluctuated mildly? Yeah. I guess writing task 1 is basically used in your university years in college. Well, not here, I guess. But I mean, yeah, it's an academic report, right? It's actually like a test to see how you can actually write a report like that. So of course, obviously, you need to describe trends most of the time, except maps. Yeah, you don't really describe trends there. There's no numbers or measurements there.
So it's possible to have more than 2 trends in one task.
Oh yeah,
then?
of course, yes.
Oh, then okay. All right,
Yeah?
thank you.
All right, thank you, Nico. All right, let's continue with task 2 first. Write down your questions, yeah, if you have questions. Then we'll deal with that at the end of my presentation. So just a summary, guys, a clear overview. They need to summarize the most significant trends or features. It's not simply an introduction to the topic, yeah? Okay. Right, some tips. It's always better to plan rather than writing your answer twice. Make sure you have an overview. Remember, no data, no details, yeah? As in 20%, increase significantly to 20%, no. You just need increase significantly or decrease significantly, only those words. You only need those. You don't need details. And then write body paragraphs, describe it with lots of data. Lots doesn't mean you copy the whole thing, rephrase them, okay? Half of Indonesian citizens, yeah, prefer to walk to school? No, I don't think so. Yeah, majority, things like that. More than 1/3, if you want to say 38%, almost 40%, you can say that. Make sure you compare and contrast information, not just writing down all the numbers from the chart. CTA, 50 billion rupiah. CTB, 20 billion rupiah. Yeah? No, don't do that. Make sure you compare and contrast something. Right. Now, writing task 2. Oh, sorry. Hang on. I guess we are accustomed to do things by order, yes? Like when you answer questions, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes? Yes. Okay. Now, I mean instinctively, or we've been taught to do it like that, yeah? Okay, answer question 1, 2, 3, 4. Some tips, guys, this goes also for your reading test. Don't do it like that. The same as in the writing test, I would recommend you to do task 2 first. Why? Anybody knows? It's more difficult. I would say challenging. More optimistic, yes? Okay. Task 2 weighs more score, 2/3 of your overall writing score. You start from scratch. You need to write more words. You have more time. Writing task 1, we've seen the reports, we've seen the charts. You have the chart, you just need to describe it. It's basically planned for you, yes? Writing task 2, you have nothing to help you. So it's better to start with writing task 2, okay? Right, the same as in your reading test. Have a look at the types of questions. Don't start with number 1. It's not always the easiest, right? Now, task 2. Anybody knows how many types of essays? 3? Somebody say 3? I did mention it earlier at the beginning of this workshop. Discussion or comparative? Comparative or descriptive, basically 2. But you might also need, you might also get 2 question type. Let's have a look. The difference with task 1, yeah, in task 2 you have task response. Task 1 you have task achievement. Whether you present all the key features, yeah, and all the trends. For task 2, task response, do you address the task? That is, do you, let's say, the question says, do you agree or disagree? Do you present your position or not? Can we tell if you agreeing to it or disagreeing to it or not? Discuss both views and present your opinion. Do you discuss both views or only one? Okay. Sometimes they ask you to discuss both the advantages and the disadvantages, but you only discuss the benefits. Yeah, you don't. Your task response score will be a bit lower. The same as key features. Yeah, similar to key features. And the other 3 are basically the same. Yeah, for the marking criteria. The final mark is the mean average of the 4 criteria. Let's say task response, yeah, only one side, so the maximum 4, but the others are 7. So 5 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7. I'm not a math teacher. What's the total score? 21 plus 5, 26 divided by 4 is something. Okay, hang in there, guys. Almost there, yeah? Okay, 26 divided by 4 is 5.5, yes? About 5.5, yeah? Right, let's say the comparison, why I said you need to work on your task 2 first. If you focus on task 1 and then you did well in it, you got a 7, yeah? Let's say 7. But you didn't do that well in writing task 2. Let's say you get a band 5. Okay, your overall writing score, yeah, this is how they get your score. So task 1 plus task 2 plus task 2 divided by 3. That's your writing score. If you got a 7 in task 1 plus 5 task 2 plus 5 task 2, double that, that's 17, yeah? Divided by 3, 5.5. But if you focus more on task 2, you got a 7, let's say. But task 1, yeah, you get a 5. 5 plus 14. 19. Divided by 3? Better? Better, yes. 6.0, 5.5, yeah. Focus on task 2. Now, as I mentioned earlier, there's either comparative or descriptive, yeah. Here are the typical questions in task 2. Do you agree or disagree with the statement? Do the advantages outweigh the disadvantages? Discuss both sides and give a point of view. For these 3, I would recommend you to present both sides. Let's say you disagree with the statement. Yeah, for the first one. Do you agree or disagree with the statement? If you disagree, you present all the reasons, opposing reasons, the ones that oppose your position. You see what I mean? I disagree. Although it is true, people would prefer to take buses and bike to work, I personally prefer to walk to work, to go to work on foot. Okay. So the opposing reasons first before presenting your own. That's the structure. Okay. But it's better if you present both sides, not just I agree, I completely agree with this statement because reason 1, 2, 3. Yeah. The same as do the advantages outweigh the disadvantages. If you think there are more benefits, it's better if you present all the drawbacks first and then mention all the benefits and then conclusion saying that's why there are more advantages to this. This is, we're looking at the organization of the paragraphs, yeah? Discuss both sides, make sure you do discuss both sides. To what extent do you agree or disagree? You have two options. Either you present both sides first and then present your opinion, or just stick to one, your position, and then give the reasons. Are you with me? To what extent do you agree or disagree? You can say the same strategy as the other three earlier. The opposing reasons first. Although A, B, C are good, however, although A, B, C are good, I personally believe that F, G, H. Or you can just say, I absolutely disagree because of the following reasons, A, B, C. In conclusion, I disagree. Yeah, two options. Which one is better? No. There is no right or wrong answer to essays. Yeah, it's how well you organize your essay and how readable. Was it easy to understand your ideas or not? Your writing. Okay. Now we also have two-part questions. For example, why is this the case, and what solutions can the government? What other measures should the government take to solve this problem? Let's say that's an example. Make sure you answer both questions. If you only answer one, that's incomplete, yeah? Okay. Again, back to planning. I will just go through this a bit quickly because we're going to practice on brainstorming for ideas. Decide your position. Are you with the agreeing side or the disagreeing side? You should always take sides for the test only, yeah? Because the examiner needs to find your position. Where are you in here? Where are you? Are you leaning more towards the agreeing side or disagreeing side? I cannot tell your position. That affects your task achievement, guys. Task response. Yeah. Okay. Remember, you have to write 250 words in 40 minutes. Okay. I can see everyone's craving for coffee. Last but not least, make sure you proofread and self-correction. You'll never know typos, yeah? Especially if you type really fast. I'm rushing through, like in 5 more seconds. Yeah. Okay, now it's better. That's why it's important to plan, organize your outline, write, proofread before you click submit. Okay. Well, you can't do that with paper base, but yeah. Paper base, yeah, you also need to proofread though. Okay. Let's go. I'm gonna show you some sample questions. Similar to writing task 1, decode the topic. What is the topic? So in this case, only 2, yeah, topic and task words. Topic is obviously the main topic. Task words is what do you need to do? Do you need to compare or do you need to describe something? Yeah. Descriptive essay means you need to present or justify your opinion or present a solution to a problem. While comparative means you need to compare different sides, advantages, disadvantages, and others. The world will be a better place if we all spoke the same language. The topic is basically one language for all, yes? The whole sentence, yeah? Okay, if you're lucky, you only get this short topic. No, seriously, there were some long ones. And the task, you need to choose sides, yes? Okay. Next one. Topic. You want to try? No, okay, undo that. Control Z. Anyone else? Anyone? What's the main topic? Power of advertising. Consumer goods sales. That's it? Okay. Why do we need to find the topic? Exactly. And you focus on those parts. So you don't miss out the key features similar to that. Yeah. There was once, I'm going to give you an example. There was this question. There should be strict punishment for every offense to law. So, disregarding the motives, why one person commits the crime. Okay, basically there should be one strict law for any crime. This candidate started off really good. I think we need to what is it? We need to have a. Although it's a good idea to have one law for all, however, people have their own problems and motives why they had to do certain crime or why they have to break the law. One example is, remember one of our celebrities whose son was driving through the toll road a couple of years back, I know, it's a long time ago. This person is under 16 without driver's license and speeding through the tollway, got arrested. But the father was is a celebrity and very famous, so I don't know what happened next. My point is, it's easy to get carried away. That person ended up talking about the celebrity instead of the law. Yeah, so 3 paragraphs about the celebrity. And only 1 paragraph about the law, which is the main topic of the essay. Yeah, so don't do that. And it's very easy. Like if you notice your friends when you're talking with your friends, and you were talking about something, and then the sideline of the story is actually what's being developed at the end. You ended up talking about something else instead of the main topic. That's the thing with writing. Yeah. So if you don't practice, it's easy to digress the topic. That's why you need to focus there. If it's paper-based, you can underline. I think we can highlight, yeah. Writing? Only reading, yeah. Only reading, okay. You have scrap paper, make sure you can write it down. So you focus on the topic. In this case, because I didn't hear anyone say the last part. You need to address the real need of the society as well. Okay, that's important. You need to say, do you agree or disagree? How far? Absolutely, completely, strongly agree. I agree to the extent of it's for the sake of entertainment, I guess, advertising. Trend, following the trend. Anyway, this one is the one with two tasks. You see there are two questions. Why might this be the case? Is it a positive or negative situation? So you need to address both. The topic is buying a house versus renting one. Why? Positive or negative? Okay. Topic. Three sentences, but the main topics are international tourism. Yeah. It's positive, beneficial for whom? Local areas. Because sometimes they say for the family, let's say people are moving abroad, what are the effects for the family and the society? Yeah, so you need to address both. In this case, local areas is important. And then, so you need to compare the benefits and the drawbacks of international tourism to the local areas, yes? Okay. If you can rephrase this sentences, this topic in your own words, it shows that you understand what the topic is, right? Yeah, if you can say it again in your own words, it shows that you understand it. So that's very important, guys. Otherwise, you won't write what is asked from you. And you need to discuss both views and give your opinion. Okay. Right? So you need to discuss the benefits and the drawbacks, yes, or disadvantages of for yes, well done. Finally. Let's do practice, yes? Okay. We're going to do brainstorming, okay? And then this is the next stage where most candidates find, I will say, this is quite important. After you identify the key words, yeah, the main topic and what you need to do, the task words, brainstorm, make plan, okay? Sometimes candidates write what they have in their plan without checking, oh, is it relevant or not, right? So we're gonna have a look at brainstorming stage and see how you actually make your list of ideas. So if it's possible, guys, let's have a positive, negative. If you have a paper, pencil, yeah, in your notebook or on your notes and your phone, you can just write down positive, negative. You have about 3 minutes to plan for task 2 in the real test. That's a suggested time, actually. 3 to 5 minutes to make a plan. 15 minutes to write the whole essay, and then 5 minutes to double check or proofread. So let's make a list, positive, negative. Your own, or you can discuss with your friends, it's fine. I'm gonna give you a couple of minutes to do so. Right, 1 more minute. I know it's challenging to get ideas. That's why writing needs practice. Yeah. Okay. Read as much as possible. Any news online, 15 minutes a day, right? Okay. Just find something that is close to real life. Yeah. You don't have to go into details, as in just look at things in a more general perspective. You don't have to economy, and then you start thinking startup business and souvenirs. Yes, international tourism brings advantages to local economy. Yeah, I think I saw someone write that. It's good for the local people. Yes, stay there. Don't go too far into detail. Yeah, and then maybe start talking about GDP and others. No, it's a bit overwhelming. No, yeah, a bit overwhelming. Well, don't go that far. Yeah, we're not. This is not a PhD or it's not it's not a thesis. It's not a dissertation. Just a general one. Yeah. Okay. I saw some people. Somebody. I couldn't go back there. I'm sorry, guys. Somebody wrote this. Oh, or everything is there already. Okay. Sorry. Good for the local economy. Yeah, creates jobs for locals. Yeah, I think somebody said culture. I think one of you here. Intercultural understanding increases locals' foreign language skills. These are some of the possibilities. You might have something similar. Yeah, the negative maybe I think who wrote, was it you, Ripka? Yeah, you wrote scammer. Yeah, okay, increased crime, scammer. Bad for the environment, lots of local areas unique identity loss, yeah, because of international tourism. Right. Anything similar? Anybody else want to add? Maybe something different. Sorry. Right. Discrimination. Yeah, would say. Anyone else want to add something? Yeah. Say. Oh, same as you. Okay. Yes, thank you. Sorry. Okay. Right. Good. Now, let's see. We have 4 points on the positive sides. We have 3 points on negative sides. Let's focus on the positive side first. Now, if you say good for the local economy and creates jobs for locals, don't you think they're about the same thing? Like if you take this into your main ideas, what would you write next? Be careful with overlapping ideas. Yeah. So take one and then expand. Right? So when you say it's good for the local economy, why is it good for local economy? Because it creates jobs for locals. Right? So the idea is we're looking for the main ideas, right? The main answers, yes? Why is it good? Because A, B, C. And then you expand there. But when you say A, good for local economy, B creates jobs for locals, basically they're overlapping, yeah? So be careful with this. Just omit one. I would say skip creates jobs for locals because you can use that as details. Now, you don't want to spend the whole test day there, right? So to have 4 points is a good idea, but I would recommend choose 2 points to support your position, yeah? And it's also a good idea if you have a balanced view. That is, you have 2 points that support the positive side, then you have also 2 points in the negative side. The balanced view is not your position, the reasons. Yeah, 2, 2, 3, 3, but not 4, 4. Too much, too many. Yeah, okay. 2 is a good number, 2 or 3, that you can develop. Right. So one paragraph you talk all about the positive or the benefits, and then the next body paragraph you talk all about the negatives. That is if you stand with there are more drawbacks to this. Yeah. Okay. Any question about brainstorming and planning? Yes.
Thank you, Miss. So when we decide about the positive and negative, both of them is true. After that, we make one paragraph for positive and then one paragraph for negative, and also the example is.
Can be 1, can be 2. If you have a lot to describe, yeah, for 1, sorry. If you have 2 points, for let's say the positive side, if we use this as example, so after the introduction, okay, one advantage is that it creates or it opens jobs for the local community. So that's one paragraph. The second benefit, the next paragraph, is that it promotes intercultural understanding. Yeah, so 2 body paragraphs for the positive sides, and then continue with this. Okay, unless sometimes you'll never know. Yeah, it's like I'm not familiar with this topic. You can just combine all the benefits are, first, it creates jobs for the locals. For example, and the second benefit is to promote intercultural understanding. For instance, but they're in one paragraph. It's also possible. Yeah, we'll never know. Sometimes I'm stuck. I'm not familiar with the topic, so I have only that much idea. So you can just have one paragraph for all the benefits, one paragraph for all the negatives. It's fine. But make sure you have at least four paragraphs, yeah? Introduction, body paragraph 1 and 2, and then conclusion. Yeah? Make sure you have a conclusion. That's important. Because that's where you state your position, yeah? Okay. All right? So I guess because the time is up, I think we need to go back to Uyun. Oh, for Q&A, yeah? Okay, Q&A session. Do we got any question? Anybody else want to ask something? Any questions? Yes.
I want to ask about writing one.
Okay.
So after I saw your sample of your writing one, I want to ask about how many lines in one paragraph, because Spider said that we should put like 3 paragraphs at least for one paragraph. But when I saw your sample of your writing, I saw that it's very different from what my tutor said. So I want to make it clear.
Okay. Right. Let me say it so I get it right. Are you asking about how many lines?
How many lines in paragraph, in one paragraph?
How many lines in one paragraph?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you mean the paper-based test? Is it?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm not really sure. Okay, so normally in the past, I used to ask my students to count how many words they write in one line. Yeah, normally they have 12 to 14 words in a line. Yeah.
How many sentence? Sorry, how many sentence in one paragraph? Because when I saw your conclusion, I saw that it's only one sentence in one paragraph.
Yeah, it's possible to have one sentence paragraph.
So it's a different thing with Indonesians.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
It's 180 degree. Yes. I'm not saying that Indonesian way of writing is not that good. No, could be improved. Yes, I hope that answers the question. But especially for overview, it's possible to have just one sentence paragraph. Yeah, but then the complexity, yeah, let's see how it affects the other parts of how it affects the other criteria, right? Okay. Any other question? Oh, okay, both of you. Let's hear it. Let's hear you first.
Hello, thank you so much. My name is Shafrida. I would like to ask for writing task 2. There are several models that we face in the real test. We don't know which one from the 4 models. But talk about topic, how do actually train ourselves to be better, to know about the topic, because there's a lot of topic, maybe environments, gender and things. Thank you.
Thank you. That's a good question. To anticipate the topic, I think I did mention this a bit earlier. Read every day. Yes, 15 minutes max. I know if you're sharing a place with your family or whatnot, you want to take a bath, someone's in the bathroom, scroll down instead of Reels or TikToks. Yes, news. Yeah. BBC or CNN, whatever. I think you have that in Instagram as well. Just to keep yourself updated to recent news, because all the topics in the IELTS test is always about recent. Trending topics, if you want to call it trending topics: environment, technology, social, not social issues. It's more about how does the development of technology affects family relationship, for example. Right? So basically it's something that is close to us, what's happening in everyday's lives. Technology, yes. Do you think, hang on. It's also related like food and technology. How will it look like in the future? So making predictions, something like that. So it won't be something like biotechnology waste or something specific. No, you won't get that. Waste management is possible. Now the countries countries should work together to solve environmental issues. Do you agree or disagree? Something like that, yes. So I guess for now, you can start easy by updating yourself, by reading news. I know it's not common anymore, but please spend like 10 to 15 minutes a day. Yes, I think you spend more than that looking at other people's stories these days, right? Just 2 weeks before your IELTS test, do that regularly. I think that should help. First, it helps you, like if you watch the reels of these TV news channels, it helps you to improve your listening skills, right? Because you're listening to it, vocabulary, write down any new words that you hear, look it up, English to English dictionary, and then so you can use those words into sentences, right? If you read the, the news article, it's even better. It's also improve your reading skills for the reading test. I hope that helps. If you have friends who are taking the IELTS test, have a study group, work together. Yeah. I hope that helps. Yes. Anyone else? I guess? No? Just one more, I guess, yeah. One more, yeah? Okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. My name is Pai. I have a plan to get the working holiday visa Australia, and they require IELTS certificate, either general IELTS and academic IELTS. My question is, what is the difference between the academic IELTS and the general IELTS? Thank you.
Thank you. So the main difference is actually if you want to continue your study abroad, yeah, let's say the USA or the UK, Australia, you need to take the academic module. But if you're applying for a visa, for immigration purposes or trainings, mostly for short-term course, I think that's general training module. Yeah, I think for more detailed information on this, you can look it up online. It's either on our website, britishcouncilfoundation.or.id. or IDP as well. Sorry. Wasn't supposed to mention that? Oops. I think it's there. Go to the official websites. But basically, that's the main difference. Yeah. I think for VIA, work visa Australia. Yeah, I think you need the general training, no? General training module 4.5? The 5, yeah. Oh, is it about the task? Yeah, general training is different. The difference for GT is in the reading and writing sections. That's your question, right? Yes. Okay. So task 1 is you need to write a letter instead of writing a report like the charts. Yes. Dear sir or madam, and then you need to address all the 3 bullet points. For example, you want to rent a flat, you need to say, describe the flat, describe how long you're staying, and then say, ask for other arrangement, something like that. Yes? Okay. I thought you were asking the difference, sorry. Does that answer your question? Okay, thank you. All right? Right. So I think, I'm sorry guys, I know 2 hours is not enough to, especially for a complete practice of writing. But yes, practice makes perfect. I hope you come back here next week because we're going to do the speaking part. Speaking practice for sure, yeah? We will do practice next week. Right. Thank you for coming, guys. I will give this floor back to Hasna. Yes, thank you.
All right, thank you very much to our facilitator along with our moderator for today's very informative session on how to write effectively. Hope everyone finds it insightful and valuable as well. So earlier in this event, we asked you a question, and the question was, true or false, the primary purpose of IELTS is to measure knowledge of subjects other than language proficiency. And the correct answer to that is false. The purpose of IELTS is to assess language proficiency, not knowledge of other subjects. Shout out to @Zalika_Melzan_ for being the fastest one who answered it correctly. And thank you. Yes. And thank you so much, everyone, for participating in our social media quiz. And don't forget to tune in next time and catch a chance to get a live shout out from us. Stay tuned to our social media platform for upcoming events, especially for upcoming episode of IELTS Workshop. And you can follow us on our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter at @ATAmerica. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can rewatch our previous programs as well. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. My name is Hasna. See you on the next IELTS Workshop, and have a great weekend, everybody.